dexterity, but it can take...
Hero. Yeah. Because she did a great job
Trolls
protecting
report
Mom.
more activity among the cultists, Mom. Preparing to march,
Maybe we should ask someone else.
Seems that way.
Who?
Oh, I don't need anything else. Thanks. Barry, was there something else? Did I not already? How remiss of me. Here, that should cover your services. I have plans in Baldur's Gate. The work of many years' labor that will finally bear fruit. You should look for me once we're in the city. The name Wolverine Bongle will be mentioned among many, I've little doubt. That's Iron Hand gnome business.
You recall stories of the Iron Hand gnomes, a talented group of inventors who were banished from Baldur's Gate.
Do not speak of a story you only know the half of. We are inventors of the highest order, matched, perhaps, but never surpassed by the Gondians at the High House of Wonders. But our forebears were foolish, complicit with Saravok's madness over a century past. And so, we were banished. We still are to this day. The very one. It's the only mistake the Iron Hand gnomes ever made. And it cost us everything. I have fought tooth and nail to restore our reputation. Particularly against the Gondian detractors who live in glass houses. Our return to Baldur's Gate will usher in a new era for the Iron Hand gnomes. The realm deserves the benefit of our genius. Appreciate it.
Why don't we ask the hero?
Have you forgotten
Yeah.
what's at stake?
Because she did a... Maybe we should ask someone else.
Sir.
If I must.
Leave me alone!
Like its will be done.
Careful, I bite. Go. Delicious.
The Gauntlet of Shar. I can't believe it. I can't believe we found the Dark Lady's sacred crucible. Overwhelming. Worship of Lady Shar is usually discreet by nature. Her holy sites have to be modest, well hidden. But that place... I never knew such grandeur had been built in her honor. I know. I can scarcely believe it's real. But I saw it with my own eyes. Felt the polished stone walls raised in Lady Shar's honor. Normally, it would not be for me to pursue becoming a Dark Justiciar without a superior's command. But this is different. My lady wanted me to find this place. I know it. The Gauntlet of Shar is no ordinary temple. It is the highest test of the Dark Lady's faithful, to judge if they are worthy of becoming a Dark Justiciar. The Gauntlet has double meaning. It speaks of the ordeals to be overcome, and of the armor-clad fist of Lady Shar that would embrace the worthy. survive the crushing gauntlet, and be embraced by the Night Singer at its very core. The old ways were lost over time. Now some claim the rank simply by killing a single Selûnite. But before, they were a true elite. Many would attempt the trials, but few would succeed. That almost is doing a great deal of heavy lifting. That man changes allegiances more frequently than a courtesan changes their bed sheets. At least he's proof you can turn from Shar and live to tell the tale. Though some may not call that living. Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something? If you're sure. Fine. I'll be here whenever you rediscover your taste in company.
Something in the air down here. It's like this place wants to be forgotten.
Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints. Hell yes.
Can't sleep, so I might as well hammer. Need anything? I'll be here if you need anything else.
Do you know what happens when a devil is struck down on this charming plane of existence. It returns to the hells, to the very point where it last stood before venturing to whichever devil-forsaken plane it died on. In the case of our friend Yrgir, the Orthon you so handily dispatched in the Temple of Shar, he manifested in my House of Hope. He returned to me chastened but intact, his wounds healed, his body restored. He thought I would dismember him, but he has his uses, so instead I am re-educating him. Indeed, we did. I discovered all there is to know about those scars of yours. It's a rather grim tale, even for my tastes. Carved into that ivory skin of yours is one part of an infernal contract between the archdevil Mephistopheles and your former master, Cazador Zar. In full, the contract states that Cazador will be granted knowledge of an infernal ritual so vile it has never been performed. The rite of profane ascension. It promises to be a marvelous ceremony, very elaborate, incredibly ancient, and entirely diabolical. If he completes the rite, he will become a new kind of being, the Vampire Ascendant. All the strengths of his vampiric form will be amplified, and alongside them he will enjoy the luxuries of the living. The arousals and appetites of man will return to him, and unlike you, he will have no need of a parasite to protect him from the sun. But the ritual has its price, as all worthwhile things do. Lord Cazador will need to sacrifice a number of souls, including all of his vampiric spawn, if he is to ascend. Imagine how he felt then, when one of those precious spawns simply disappeared into thin air. You are the final piece he requires to complete the ritual. Your scars bind you to it. Your soul will set off a very wave of death, bringing Cazador his twisted life. And that, my tragic and toothsome friend, is that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have business elsewhere.
Don't say a word. Just listen. A parasite grips my mind. My own people hunt me. But I am gnawed by an even greater torment. You. My thoughts are hallowed ground. Yet you've crawled your way in. Uninvited. I'm obsessed by the ground under your feet, and the wind over your head. I see your face just before I sleep and after I wake. I ask myself, are you worthy? Shakfo Nashtu. There is only one way for you to prove it. A fine sentiment, but I require more. We fight. I test you in battle. Dance with me. Bleed with me. Bruise me so that you might possess me. Do it then. Make me yours.
Come on then.
Best me. Prove your excellence. Yes, just like that. Keep it coming. Give me all you've got. Scar me.
Lae'zel's touch is unusually gentle. Her fingers lightly graze your bruises and wipe away your sweat.
No more. I can't bear it. I've torn flesh from monsters and men. I've laughed as they suffered. But you... I don't want to hurt you. I want to protect you. For you to protect me. I am yours. Say the words. Jacques Fonashdu, source of my bruises.
There you are. I was wondering where you'd run off to. Well, two things. Good news and bad news. I only need one more piece of infernal iron to craft an insulating chamber that can make it possible for Karlach to...
Touch people!
Exactly!
Oh my god. It's really happening. It's been so long. We've got the iron. Let's do this thing!
Hang on! I think you'll want to hear the bad news too.
Yeah, sure. But first, fix me. Please. Fine. Well, go on then.
I don't enjoy saying this, Karlach, but there's no two ways about it. Your engine is going to blow and I can't fix it. I'm not sure anyone can. It's simply too hot to exist here in the material plane. Unless you return to Avernus for good, this thing is going to blow. Sooner rather than later.
But still, you can give me something that'll let me touch again, right?
Safely?
Yes, but
That's all I need to know. Do it. Please.
well, all right. This shouldn't take long. Same as last time. You'll need to install it yourself. This should do the trick.
There. So did it work?
Only one way to find out.
You feel so nice. I can't believe it. Thank you, Damon. Thank you so much.
It's the least I could do. Before you go, there's something I need to tell you. That engine of yours, it's contained for the moment, but it's just too hot to exist here in the material plane indefinitely. I know you know that, but the thing is, there's a cure. I wasn't making any headway with the mechanics, none at all. The environment here is just too cold to sustain metals like the ones inside you. You have to return to Avernus. For good. Or this thing is going to burn you up from the inside out. And sooner than you think.
The minute I set foot back in Avernus, Zarya will force me back into service. I'm not doing her bidding again. I'd rather die.
I get that, but don't rule it out. The world just might be better with you in it. Even in Avernus. I won't stop trying to figure out a cure, but at this point, I think we all have to face the inevitable.
Yeah. Apart from the doom and gloom, you've given me more than I could ever hope to repay.
It's been my pleasure. Good luck, both of you. Look after yourself, all right?
This is the best day. The best day! I'm so happy for me too. Now I just need to find someone to cuddle up to tonight, and I'll be the happiest woman on the Sword Coast. Listen, I'm never going back. If you said I could die right now, or live 1,000 years in the Hells, I'd choose to go out now with my freedom intact. I don't expect anyone to understand that. But I've been dealt a hand most people don't have to contemplate playing. You heard Damon. There is no solution. It's hell or bust. I choose bust. But I don't want to talk about this now. I've been given a huge gift. I can touch the people I love for the first time in a decade. And for the first time in a decade, there are people I care about all around me.
Let me enjoy that. Please. Thanks, soldier. I just want to celebrate this. At least for a little. Hey, soldier. Like I got something back. Something I've wanted for a really long time. When I touched you, I felt like a real person. My heart was racing, but I didn't hurt you. I don't have to be afraid of myself anymore. I don't have to hold back. Not sure the world's ready for unleashed Karlach, but it's getting it anyway. Thanks to Dammon. Thanks to you. Thanks to fate. Touch! Touch everything! Touch everyone that'll let me. Shake hands, dance a waltz, maybe even kiss a face or two if I find a good candidate. The world's my funhouse. Me too, soldier. Gods, me too. For every knock we take, I feel like I get a little treat just to keep me going. Ugh, I don't want to think about that now. Misery always overstays its welcome, and joy leaves too soon. I'll cry later, but not now. What's on your mind? Sounds boring. Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt or whatever.
Poor Karlach. She can finally seek out the touch of another, only to be told she might not have much time left.
All right, some company wouldn't hurt on the road, especially if there's trouble.
Someone there?
I know you're keen, Ellen. Be patient.
On my way.
I don't believe it. They can't be.
Breathe, child. Resist not the winds of change. Let them carry thee.
No.
Listen. Dost thou not hear it? Where creation meets ruin, where morning meets midnight, the root of all being. Balance.
They're dead. I can't. Balance.
Your very soul is tangled in shadow. Arabella's magic, wild as cursed briar. Her talent is now yours too.
The girl must learn the ways of the arcane, but she shan't remain here. The weave knows her purpose. It will guide her plainly, if she listens. Arabella holds a power beyond reckoning, that of the decaying forest and the seedling that bore it. But it is unbalanced. Her yoke is already heavy. If she walks thy path, it will surely break. Arabella will depart once thou dost leave these accursed lands. She will find her way safely. Thus, it is fated.
Bowman, you're making me leave.
Fear not, girl. Abandon not the weave, and it shall not abandon thee.
You feel the grief fade as if it were your own. There is a lightness in her now, veiling the power within, soothing it.
Is that my future? Is that why they died?
It is.
It's wonderful. Thank you, Bowman, for being nice. If there are people like you around, perhaps everything will be all right.
Blood this is having.
It's for a good cause.
We're bruised, battered, but we're together again. You damn well brought them back.
Mighty with me, Leah.
You're here! You're all right! How?
We're two tiefling queens, remember? I couldn't leave my favorite bard without her partner in crime. I did have some help from an old friend, though.
How did you do it? Then I'm glad you're on our side.
You should have seen him. He was brave, but also terrifying. In a good way.
I never thought I'd see... well, anyone again. Thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. One last favor. Take this off my hands. It suits you better.
Why are you smiling at me?
I'm just glad you're safe.
Why
don't we ask Jahira? Yeah, because she did a great job protecting Mom.
Maybe we should ask someone else.
No one cares. No one but us.
Lost in thought.
My faith protects me.
I need your
A
sense
drink,
of Shar.
a bite to eat.
Alfira,
I know.
Keep a blade
Sorry.
close. Quick step.
Let's just go already. But we don't even know the way to Moonrise. That's why we should leave now.
There must be another way to the city.
We've been gone too long. Now we've got time to dig down.
The plan will go ahead. We'll make sure.
Should have run away.
should we have let them kill everyone?
That is not what I said.
Anything happen while I was away?
Too. I can't wait for things to just be quiet.
It'll be quiet in the city.
I don't know, guys.
Jahira won't even notice we're gone.
Even if she did, it doesn't matter. Mole needs us. I know, but we need a plan. Yeah, because she did a great job protecting Mom.
Perimeter's
Maybe
clear,
we
Mom.
should ask someone
Good.
else.
You'll leave soon? You don't want any surprises.
No one but us.
Yes, Mom.
Mole would do the same for any of us. You know it. But how do we get into Moonrise? We can't fight those shadow things. We could. I beat up those harpies, and they're way scarier than shadows.
You know what Mole would hate more than anything? Bad things happening to us. You've seen what's out there. We wouldn't stand a chance.
But it's our job to bring Mole back.
Look at him. He's a proper adventurer. And if we got hurt, Mole would be really mad at us.
Fine. But you gotta understand, Mole is family. Bring her back, please.
In hand. No.
Keep it quick.
Act like it.
We're with you.
Did you enjoy relaxing here while I battled that wretched darkness? What were you thinking?
I'm sorry, we got captured by murderous lunatics.
I thought you were dead, you ass! Both of you!
We're all safe, Roland. That's what matters.
I was just overwhelmed. Doesn't matter.
I'm sorry. We should have been here.
No, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have shouted. I'm sorry.
Thank you for saving me. And the two idiots.
I've lashed out at you, drunkenly and otherwise, and you helped anyway. You didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. And thank you. You went out of your way to help us. It's only right you get something in return. Here. I hope it helps.
You alright? Me? I'm fine.
I keep asking Jahira about my friends. She says she doesn't know where they are.
Worse than that. It's just a crime.
Are you really sure we can trust someone who's infected? Yes. Until Jahira gives me reason to think otherwise.
Any word on Thaniel? Is he all right? Is he safe? He is? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I haven't been able to sleep, knowing he was trapped in that wretched place. Thank you for saving him when I couldn't. I can rest now. Finally.
Alfira, I'm all right.
I know. Sorry.
I know you're keen, Ellen. Be patient. Your chance will come. Until then...
The shadows haven't consumed you. Good. Do you? Well, let us not leave you in suspense then. You are right. She is. Because it isn't my tale to tell. And because in truth, I do not know the half of it. Only this. If she wished to see us drowned in darkness, Isabel needn't have lifted a finger. Instead, she holds out her hand. I choose to take it. I choose to trust. And not just because I have no other choice. Then you're a stronger soul than I. I, at least, have had time to prepare that, high-minded little speech. Still, if your faith ever wavers... When I find myself needing a reminder of just who Isabel Thorm is, I simply step outside and look up. She'll extend that protection to you too, if you see her. You've shown me how well you can sniff out secrets. I'd like to see you turn that nose upon Ketherick Thorm. Marcus. If he'd managed to get himself infected without a single Harper noticing, I'd be very surprised. Is this meant to be some kind of joke? Let's be discreet about this. If Marcus is what you say, there's no telling what kind of reinforcements he might be able to summon. All right. He's in Isabel's room upstairs. Play along with his ruse for now while I gather a few trusted Harpers. But don't let him get his hands on Isabel. You did well bringing this to me. Thank you.
A drink, a bite to eat.
Alfira, I'm all right.
I know. Sorry.
The shadows haven't consumed you. Good. Gruesome, isn't it? I'm glad you survived the encounter at least. Did you learn anything more? Chosen? That's 3 masters Ketheric has served. Our paladin isn't very picky. He's aligned himself with mind flayers. But I cannot see what he gains. Perhaps we can force it out of him once we have him up against a wall. Was there anything else? The great general is paranoid. Good. That means he's protecting something. I'll wager it's the source of his invulnerability. He'd protect that at any cost. Was there anything else? Then speak. The same way hoppers learn of anything. Poking noses where they don't belong. We sent an agent to infiltrate this cult. The latest fad among the city's bored nobility, I thought. Until that same agent returned and tried to plant a knife in my neck. My first encounter with a true soul. I'm glad ours ended on friendlier terms. From there, I made some inquiries of my own. Saw firsthand how easily the cult could turn friend to foe with but the twist of a tadpole. And so I gathered my harpers and came to the source. Moonrise Towers. The shadows haven't consumed you. Good.
Why are you smiling at me?
I'm just glad you're safe.
Finish that.
Are you really sure we can trust someone who's infected?
Yes.
Ketheric's forces are infiltrating this place. You've got to take the fight to them.
Ever again. Yeah?
Bran?
Do you trust Jaheira?
With my life?
Then give it time. We will see victory yet.
Things in Moonrise were bad. Real bad. Thank you for getting me out of there.
I'm glad it was you who walked through that door. Thank you.
I thought the worst too, but now we're together again. None of that matters.
Don't you ever get yourself captured again. You're all right. My gods, you're all right.
Come here, darling.
I was so scared I'd lost you.
Me too. But we're here now. Safe.
Maybe not. But we have each other now. We have this moment now. Thanks to you. So, shall we go for a walk?
Anywhere, my love. I go where you go.
Seem to be coping so much better than I was.
The
book is locked tight with no visible keyhole, only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in. You feel the darkness radiating from the book. It's delicious.
A cursed book? How obvious. Whoever opens it deserves the fate that befalls them.
Curious. Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back here.
Its pull is irresistible. You feel changed, bettered for having opened it. Suddenly you are capable of anything. Felling mountains, darkening suns, conversing with the dead. Glyphs shift gently before your eyes. Words slip into your mind, onto your lips, forming words you don't understand. And something is trying to reply. The symbols dart beneath your eyes, warping and twisting. Your head throbs, but you almost understand. The world around you is gone. You can only see those glyphs, only hear those voices. You feel claws moving in the shadows. They pull at you, dragging you closer. The glyphs scream, branding your mind with strange runes. You see time rewritten, fate undone, your future thrumming with power. The book snaps closed. You've seen too much. What profane knowledge is now seared inside of you you should never have known.
Shall we?